Satan will arrive. And so Mitra is the one we're actually looking for right now. He is the one that Iran is calling for. Because he's Arabian, he's dark. I've got pictures of him on my website. This is Maitreya. And that's the one they're waiting for. And that's the one that everyone expects to come at Easter or May, June, July. Because I believe Sananda Jesus, Sananda Emmanuel, he calls himself by a million different names. I believe he's going to come in September. He is going to come mimicking Jesus of the Bible. And he comes in September. And so this other beast, always like a litany of months that he could come in, he could have the green light to arrive in. And, of course, he has all his pawns trying to prepare people for his arrival. And, of course, putting their own spin on it in their own good light, that he's the Messiah, that he's the Imam, He's going to be hanging out in Arabia. He's an Arab beast. And so that's the one we're watching for right now. And so when you see him arrive, folks, almost immediately there's going to be a persecution and war on this earth like you've never seen before. He is going to come after the Lord's people. And he's got all these demonic and possessed millions, almost 1.6 billion Muslims around the world to do his work for him. Because they're so demonically possessed because, they're worshiping Satan as Allah. And he's got control over all of them. And if you look at them now, I mean, they're just demonically possessed now. Demonically possessed now because they're just like Muhammad was. They're rapists, they're thieves, they're murderers. And we haven't seen anything yet. Just wait till they rise up in America. And Michigan will probably be one of the first states that goes down. Because that's where one of the largest infestations of Muslims is in this country is Michigan right now. And so we haven't seen anything yet, folks. But when you see this Maitreya arrive, then you know everything is right around the corner. The Jews always had a warning from the Lord that when they saw the abomination of desolation in the temple to flee to Petra in the last days. It's almost like for America, when you see Maitreya arrive in the Middle East, run. Go hide. That's our warning. Because he's definitely going to come after the Lord's people. The real ones. The church people don't bother him. It's the real ones. It's the warriors. It's the elect. It's the 144,000. He's going to come after. And I don't think that they're going to be raptured any time before the mark of the beast is enforced on the world. So we will be here for a while. I do believe that the Lord's going to save the elect from that. Based on the Church of Philadelphia, the promise to Philadelphia. The Church of Philadelphia. And so I don't know if he's going to take us off the earth or protect us on the earth. But I do believe wherever we are, they can't find us. Either we're hidden on the earth somewhere or we're taken up to heaven to be with the Lord. They can't find us. And so we're hidden good. Either way. I'm going to get to some questions that people have been sending in. Let you know about the Knights Templar. That's all tied up with Constantine and the Red Cross and the Illuminati, and it's just Satan's arms, another form of Satanism, one of Satan's groups on Earth. When is the next show? Monday, 10 o'clock. All the shows now are Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Sherry, why won't you post the latest show on your website? I didn't have a show last week, folks. Simply because it was Passover and I was busy preparing that and just busy. And so I decided, you know what, I'm just going to change the show to 10 o'clock on Mondays, and I like it already. So every Monday at 10 o'clock. So I didn't have a show last week, folks. That's why the last show you're getting is still on the website. It hasn't been updated. It's a question. If Oregon is effective up to a quarter mile, why do I need so many in and around my home? Because you like to saturate the area. I don't think you could ever have too much orgone. I like a lot of orgone, and I like to overkill it. I like to saturate an area. Some of you will order orgone or whatever put some in your town and you're still getting hammered by the chemtrails, you need to put more out. Sometimes it just takes a lot more orgone to cover an area. I've got about 30 in my two-horse town here that I live in. And so, yeah, sometimes it does take a lot of orgone to knock out their high-tech weapons. And like I said, if you have a question, just send it to SherryTalkRadio.com, put a question for the show, or go to my website link and click on that link to send a question in. Question from Canada, email reader from a reader in Canada, saw two suns in the sky in 2002. Just wanted me to know. I've been getting interesting emails from people for the past year that have been seeing two suns in the sky. Planet X coming in, whatever. And so Planet X is Satan's planet. It's got all his forces on it. All these Aniks, these Goliaths, these giants, they're all on Planet X. And when they come to the Earth, they're not only going to destroy the Earth by the disruption of its coming, we're also going to have a lot more of his forces here on Earth. Another question, does the orgone pendant still work even if there's a small crack inside the quartz crystal itself? Yes, it will still work. It's fine. Those things don't have to be perfect. It's fine. Listen to the same question 3 times. What are they? I don't know if that's just Yahoo. Yahoo was having one of these things last week where everything came in 3s. And so that was a real blessing. Let's see. So it's a question about soul scalping. I don't know how they do soul scalping. I don't know if... I know they drain the blood out of the human because the life of a human is in the blood. And so would the alien then have green blood? I don't know. I don't know. I guess, they give us a lot of information. It's supposedly fiction, science fiction movies. And that's where you can see a lot of some of the information they give you. Don't think they've ever done anything on soul scalping. I could be wrong. But I believe, I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they take the soul out, the blood out, and then put their own alien blood into the human body and take over it. Or how they do it. And so, can't answer it. Sorry. I don't want to tell you something wrong and lead you astray just because I don't know the answer. I don't know. I don't know how they're doing the soul scalping. I've probably talked about it before. And that's just, it would be easier if I've actually seen this stuff with my own eyes. Instead of warning people and stuff about how they're doing. And so, yeah. Question but not relevant to the show. Oh, that's good. You got a listener has a church in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania that worships Yahweh. There you go, getting away from Satan and worshiping Jesus, which is not even his name. And then you almost threaten to get into the name wars. Well, we're worshiping the Son of God. Well, his real name is Yahushua. So once you know his name, call him by it, because Satan goes by the name Satan, Jesus. That's one of Satan's names. So any questions? Just I think I've touched on most of them that were sent in so far. Yeah, all right. And so I'm not going to get into some of that stuff. You might want to go to my website, SherryTalkRadio.com, and scroll all the way down to the pictures I have of Maitreya, and Sanat Kumara, and click on the word Maitreya. It's clickable.